Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rutech. Today we're going to be talking about Samsung's ultralight, ultra-thin Galaxy Book Pro. Let's get started. DigitalChillMart.com is the best place to get cheap Windows 10 license keys. If you're building a PC or have built one but you're still running an unactivated version of Windows, Digital Chill Mart has you covered. Simply go to the front page of their website, scroll down a little bit, and you'll find Windows 10 Home and Pro for great prices. And the price gets better. I have a coupon code for you guys to use. Type in RUTECH right here and it'll instantly be applied. Link for Digital Chill Mart will be in my description. So right from the get-go, you can clearly see that this is a beautiful device. The lid is a reflective aluminum mystic blue color. The entire laptop itself is super thin. The layout and overall feel of the keyboard and trackpad is clean, and the AMOLED display has very thin bezels, giving it a lot more of a modern feel. Oh, and it's light, super light. 1.05 kilograms, which equates to just 2.3 pounds. I wish I could just hand this laptop to you so you can feel how light it really is. When I first took it out of the box, I was super surprised because I was expecting it to be a good bit heavier. Yeah, that was easily the first thing I noticed about this laptop, how light it is. But such a light laptop with great specs most certainly comes at a price, unfortunately. Samsung did a great job with weight distribution, etc., but over time I started realizing what it took for them to achieve this. I will go over what I'm talking about later on in the video. I want to start with talking about what I love about this laptop. I already went over how beautiful it is. Now let me tell you about the unboxing experience and what comes included. The unboxing was fun, exactly what you'd expect from a Samsung device. I'd say it's like unboxing one of their Galaxy phones, but on a much larger scale, which does make sense since this laptop is part of the Galaxy line. You take off the box lid and you're immediately greeted by the laptop itself in some sort of paper wrapping. Picking up the laptop for the first time, like I said, it's super surprising how light it is, and upon taking it out of the wrapping, if you get the Mystic Blue, you're greeted by a beautiful aluminum lid. On the backside, nothing special, you have thin black plastic with air intake grills and speaker cutouts, and 4 surface grips. Back to the box, below where the laptop sat, you find the charging cable, which is just about 6 feet long, not bad, not great. Should be enough though in most situations if you have an outlet nearby. It's USB-C to USB-C, there's a ton of those for real cheap, so if 6 feet is not enough, you can get a longer cable for probably less than 10 bucks. On the right section of the box sits the charging brick, which is a 65-watt charger. And then of course you have your instruction booklet and other paper items in this little sleeve. Back to the laptop, let's take a look at the ports. On the right side you have one USB 3.2 port, a micro SD card reader, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the left side is one HDMI out, one Thunderbolt 4, and one USB Type-C. Next up, I want to talk about the day-to-day experience. It feels premium, it really does. Samsung has gotten really good at delivering that over the years, and this laptop is no exception to that. Kind of similar to Apple products, they all carry a certain feeling of premiumness to them, if that makes sense, and I can safely say that you get a very similar feeling with this device thanks to Samsung's design team. The only shortcomings when it comes to that great, hey, I'm carrying around this beautiful piece of machinery feeling is the bendy chassis. Like I said earlier, the lightness of the laptop comes with a price, and that price is this. Yes, the structural integrity is not exactly the best. Now, I'm pretty positive that this isn't going to damage or hurt the laptop. However, it isn't really a good look when a device that's targeted and marketed for people who are on the go, doing things without the laptop on a flat surface, very visibly bends when you hold it with one hand. In my personal opinion, I would prefer an all aluminum body, or at least more structure in the chassis, versus having that paper lightness experience, but I do understand why it doesn't have that since that wasn't what Samsung was aiming for. That bendiness is not the only problem you get with this light structure. Not everyone uses a laptop while it's on a completely flat surface, especially if you're relaxing. If you're sitting down reclined, you'll need to angle the laptop up at your face. This causes problems. The trackpad actually can be activated and clicked down from the bottom of the laptop, and I assure you, this is due to how physically flexible the chassis is. This is especially unfortunate because a laptop this light Well, it makes you more comfortable holding it in weird positions like how you would probably do with your phone because you can, and because it's light, it's comfortable. So yeah, that is certainly a big con. As for the keyboard, nothing special, but it is good. With me, keyboards on laptops, at least ones that aren't targeted for gaming, are either bad or not bad. These have your typical scissor membrane switch from what I can tell and feel, and you're also getting a full number pad, which is great for productivity purposes, definitely will come in handy for work or college or finances, stuff like that. Backlight is good too, doesn't seem to have any dead zones or super bright zones, it's very evenly lit. Now let's talk about that beautiful screen. AMOLED, lighter, thinner, and less power consuming than your typical LED screen, along with many other benefits. If you know at least a little bit about display technology, you know that AMOLED is one of the absolute best you can get, probably the best period that you can get in this price range. The screen can be very bright, 370 nits, which you can of course adjust easily with the function key if it's too much. The colors, phenomenal, as confirmed by the laptop spec sheet. If you're a video editor, photographer, or photo editor, or like to watch movies, at least the ones that you can find in their full fidelity, you'll be getting one of the absolute best experiences coming from a laptop, period. And I can safely say that it's true. The colors combined with the brightness coming from this AMOLED display, a true sight to behold. Okay, now I'll move on to performance and what it's like using this laptop day to day. So this version of the laptop is the 15-inch i7-1165G7 with 16 gigabytes of LPDDR4X RAM, 512 gigabytes of SSD storage, and Intel Iris Xe graphics. It's really fast and snappy. The i7 has a speed of 2.8 gigahertz, which can turbo boost up to 4.7 gigahertz, which we'll see more of in a bit. I've used this laptop for pretty much every simple task you can think of, from web browsing to music production to light gaming. And yes, I will be checking out how this PC with its Iris Xe graphics performs on games later in the video. And yeah, the 11th gen i7 matched with the Samsung SSD is a match made in heaven. All your typical tasks are extremely responsive and fast. Now I want to take a look at the software that Samsung includes. A lot of the time, included software is kind of annoying. This is not the case though with the Galaxy Book Pro. I find great use in all of the included Samsung software. There's quite a few programs, so I'll go over the main ones. First, I want to talk about quick settings. This I pinned on the bottom right corner in the icon tray, and here's why. Now, Samsung did not pack this little tray up with random toggleable features. No, in my opinion, these are some really great important features that can be clicked on and off real easily. Especially down here, performance mode. I use this all the time. If the fans kick on while I'm doing something that doesn't necessarily need to be utilizing the full power of the CPU, I switch over to silent mode. And then if I'm doing some light gaming or video editing or rendering, then I turn over to high performance mode. Really important feature in a laptop. Up top, there's other cool buttons like screen mode. Video and photo editors will love this. Turn USB charging on or off to save battery, but turn it on when you need to charge a phone or something. And then you can turn on protect battery, which will charge the laptop to only around 80%. This feature is great. I almost always have it on because I never run the battery low, as I use the laptop unplugged for only an hour or two on silent mode. This helps preserve the battery's long-term health, so I keep it on. Samsung settings is just an expanded version of quick settings. You'll see descriptions of what the different switches do, etc. Samsung Studio Plus. Remember Windows Live Movie Maker? I loved that damn program, and then Microsoft yanked it out of Windows. Well, Samsung Studio Plus is kind of a replacement with even more features and a much simpler interface. Samsung Flow. If you have a Samsung phone, you can easily send and receive files, stream your phone to your laptop display, use the clipboard between the two devices, etc. Kind of just a tool to give you a more seamless experience between your phone and your PC. Samsung Recovery, a useful and easy to use tool for backing up and restoring your computer, among other things. And finally, Samsung Security gives you a bunch of awesome security features such as block recording, which will completely disable the camera and microphone and ensure it is not being used by any software. So yes, you are most certainly treated very well by this PC in terms of performance and included software. But how about gaming performance? To find out, I put this PC up against Grand Theft Auto 5 at 900p at the lowest settings, as well as Fortnite at 900p with its lowest settings. And it's not great, okay? It's integrated graphics. The Iris Xe is, as many of you know, a huge improvement over Intel's UHD graphics, but it's still not really the gaming performance you're looking for if you're a casual gamer. As you can see, GTA 5, 900p lowest settings, it can barely reach 60 frames per second, if at all. You'll see the same exact thing with Fortnite 900p lowest settings. With Fortnite, there's way more lag spikes, but that's actually pretty typical of Fortnite. I've benchmarked Fortnite on multiple PCs. It usually has a lot of lag spikes, but nonetheless, you're still not even touching 60 frames per second. And when you are, you're completely standing still, facing a wall. And, you know, that's not really the game style that Fortnite has. A lot of movements usually going on, building, stuff like that. But yeah, it's safe to say that this PC is only capable of smoothly running lower demanding titles. But you know, for a PC that doesn't have a dedicated graphics card, it's more than passable. So what's my conclusion about this Samsung Galaxy Pro laptop? I would have to say you're getting exactly what you're paying for, not any more, not any less. The true star of the show isn't the brand new 11th gen processor, or the lightness, or the thinness. It's actually the screen. The thing I've been most impressed with when it comes to this laptop is this screen. I can't say this laptop isn't super fast. I can't say it's not super light and thin. When I use the laptop, the thing I consistently am surprised by, and the thing I always notice, is how nice the colors are, how bright the screen can get, just anything relating to the screen's amazing color production. So if I could say there was one group that would really love this laptop, it would have to be video and photo editors. Of course, you can use this laptop for a plethora of things beyond video and photo editing, but that screen will take your video and photo editing to a level of professionalism because you're getting very accurate color reproduction. But of course, that's not the only group of people that would love this laptop. If you just want a really fast laptop that isn't for gaming, that you can easily bring literally anywhere because of how light and thin this thing is, then this is the laptop for you. Now that I just think about it as I'm saying this whole outro, it also would be a great laptop for school stuff too. So yeah, in conclusion, for the last time, this is a great laptop. You're getting what you pay for. It's fast, it's snappy, it's light, and it seems to be really reliable too. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Have any comments or questions, drop a comment below. And if you enjoy the content that you're seeing, drop a sub. Also, if you really like my content, you should check out my Patreon. You could get a bunch of different benefits from different tiers. Link will be in the description. Thanks for watching. Peace out.